Well, the rare blast of snow and ice across northeast Florida and southeast Georgia, and we all remember that last week. It may be over, but its impact is still affecting marine life and other animals in our area.
That's right. Pelicans, manatees, sea turtles, and several other bird and fish species took a big hit from the cold. In some cases, the impact was deadly. And First Coast News' Shelby Danielson is live now with a look at how local organizations are working to save hypothermic animals right now and what you at home can do to help. Shelby?
That's right, Heather and Jeannie. We already know that one manatee just last Friday passed away before it could be rescued because of the cold weather. But fortunately, this critical care center at Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens just finished being created just in time. I'm going to get out of the way so that you guys can get a little bit closer and see these manatees. There's a manatee who was just released today after being rehabilitated because it was so cold. It was rescued out of South Carolina, and a new manatee was just brought in here today because it was deemed cold stressed. That means it's hypothermic, or it can be the equivalent of frostbite. We also had the chance to check out another local recovery center dedicated to cold-stricken sea turtles from around Florida and Georgia, slowly but surely being nursed back to health.
So that was her taking a breath.
You can probably guess at the Georgia Sea Turtle Center, you're bound to see sea turtles.
So that's Typhoon.
These patients are recovering after traumatic incidents at sea.
She's in the hospital for boat strike injury, and then she's had some buoyancy issues.
You can tell she's recovering by her constant movement. It's a total contrast to her tank neighbors, the cold-stricken turtles who were rescued from the beach.
Sometimes they come in and you don't even know if they're alive still because they're not responsive in any other stimulus.
These green sea turtles are already endangered. With the rare cold snap hitting the south, the urgency to help them is intensified.
Unlike us, where we can regulate our body temperature and become warmer, turtles can't do that. So whatever temperature is around them, either it be the water temperature or the air temperature, is what their body temperature is going to be.
Just this past week, the sea temperature dropped down to the low to mid 40s, shocking their systems.
And then they wash up on the shores. Some people see them floating and call them in, and then that's where we get them.
Grab it.
Center Director and veterinarian Dr. Terry Norton gives all their rescues regular checkups to make sure they're improving.
And a lot of times their heart rates are below 10.
You can tell he loves his job.
Obviously, we care about them a lot. Obviously, they're awful cute. So we all think they're cute. They do get named. And
like a typical exam, their blood is taken, eyes, throat, and nose checked out, pulse is monitored.
His heart rate should go up quite a bit.
In about 2 weeks, she'll be released back to sea with her health restored. All the while, those rescue efforts continue all along the coastline. So while we may be warming up, keep an eye out for them. Their livelihood, which is already threatened, can depend on our efforts to help them survive.
And she's able to readjust and get her bearings. So that's pretty much it for this guy today.
And the little manatee that you're looking at right now is the one that was just brought in a few hours ago. And when she was found, she had beached herself. She was in mud. They usually do that to try to warm up a little bit. And she was initially reported as dead. Fortunately, you can see that's not the case. That's why she's here recovering. And the best way that you can help out is by just keeping an eye out along our beaches. And of course, if you see any beached animals in the mud, call your local FWC hotline, because it is very severe for them when we get cold weather, much more severe for them than it is for us. So this is really saving lives. Live at Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens, Shelby Danielson, First Coast News on your side.